guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Tori. So I wanted to do a really quick January reading recap. Let me just say that last year I don't know what happened or what I was on, but I unintentionally started a reading streak. Today is February 3rd, and my daily reading streak is at daily reading streak. I can't talk, I'm tired. My streak is at 240 days straight. I don't know what happened. But like, I feel like after I read the selection series last year was like, it just kick-started things for me. Honestly, I feel like I should reread that. Not this month, but I feel like I should reread that. It's a lot of books that I read last year that I really want to reread this year. But here's the thing. So I honestly didn't have a reading goal last year, not until like November, because when I had got to November, I was like, I'm mad close to 100 books. I wonder if I can pull it off. I ended up reading a total of 107 books last year. Insanity. So I decided to be hella ambitious for this year. So I set my reading goal to 150 books. So there's this reading journal, this digital reading journal that I downloaded from Etsy that I uploaded into my GoodNotes app. And I love it because it's so detailed and organized for everything. So I was in like the little monthly log or whatever, and so I gave myself, I need to fix that. I gave myself a reading goal of 20 books for the month of January, and I actually ended up reading 18. So I'm already like way ahead of my, let me do some math real quick, because if I actually read 18 books per month, that's 216 books, and that's I'm gonna get too ambitious. I need to chill out. Yeah, anyways, I read 18 books last month. I'm just gonna go through, name them, tell you guys what they're about, and like just give a quick rating for them. So that's what I want to do. So the very first book that I read or finished reading for this year, because I started it like that last day of December or whatever, and I finished it like on New Year's Day. It was Shunned by Steffanie Holmes, and I have that book review on my channel. And yeah, I think I gave that 3 stars. I don't remember, but I honestly didn't care for it, and I feel bad. But it's a dark bully romance. It's a wide choose. It's a paranormal romance. I don't know. Like, I think I gave it 3 stars. If I don't know what I gave it in the other video, but I'm giving it 3 stars. Like, I didn't like any of the characters. And I don't know. It's just this, I don't know. Like, I don't like DNFing books or series. So like, I did finish the book, but I don't know if I'm actually going to have like that much interest in finishing the series, because it just, I don't know, it was weird. And like I said, I didn't like it's a white choose. I didn't like any of the guys. Like, at least sometimes I'll like at least one guy. Most of the time I'll like 2 of the guys, but I didn't like any of the guys. It was anywho, we're gonna move on. The second book I read was The Billionaire's Wake Up Call Girl by I don't know if it's Annika Martin. That was a great book. Let me actually go back, because I need to make sure that I'm giving these the rate. Yeah, so that book I gave 5 stars. I actually really enjoy billionaire romances. They're just very messy and interesting. But this one, this was like a grumpy sunshine office romance. Basically, like, the main character, her manager actually gives her the task of finding a new wake-up call girl for their boss, and she ends up not being able to find anyone because no one wants to take the job. But she was fooling around with her roommate and ended up calling the guy. But like, it was yeah, it was, she didn't mean to, but basically she said some disrespectful shit to this man, to her boss. Now he didn't know that it was her, but like, she said some off the wall shit to him, and she thought she's gonna get fired and all of this other stuff. But he ended up liking the wake up call girl, and baby, things just escalated from there. That book was great. That book was great. 5 stars. 5 stars, period. The next 3 books that I read was Bully Me, Betray Me, and Bury Me by Selena. They were in a series. Those videos I did book reviews for, they are on my channel. Let me tell you something. I think I gave each of those like 4.5 out of 5 stars. Dark bully romance. Romeo and Juliet feel to it. Small town sports romance. Baby, that series put me through the ringer a little bit, because if you watch the videos, baby, them books was doing some things to me. But 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would totally reread again. I'm just thinking of some of the scenes, like, check your, you know what, that was the one thing that I should have said at the beginning. Check your fucking trigger warnings. And the thing with this series by Selena, she doesn't really give you a list of trigger warnings. So like, I feel like her warnings were more so like, oh, if you have triggers, don't read the book. But like, I want you to be prepared going in. So like, yes, there's hella bullying. I feel like there is some dubious non-consent type situations going on in there, kind of. At least that's how I portrayed them, even though it wasn't explicitly stated that that's what they were, but that's how I portrayed them as. Baby, there was some blood play. There was some blood play. I'm trying to think of what else, baby, because it was just some shenanigans. It was some shenanigans. I don't know, maybe because I didn't bother. I really don't have triggers, so like, I don't go searching for triggers. But like, the little warning, like she said, if you have triggers, don't read it. If you want to read it, I would just like see if she has a website, or see if she might have the trigger warnings listed for her somewhere or something like that. But I don't know, whatever. The next book I ended up reading was Break You by M.V. Ellis, which was, what is this? This was an Enemies to Lovers College Bully Romance Boys of Trinity Hall Book 1. Oh, yes. So that got 4 stars. That one, I liked it, but I also, I don't know. It got 4 stars. I mean, that book was messy, but it's a good messy. Like, first of all, I don't know, the guy is going after the girl like for some revenge on some shit that she didn't even do, that she had nothing to do with. She's just connected to the person that he wants revenge against. So he's basically targeting her on purpose. And baby, the shit that he was pulling was just freaking ridiculous, to the point where even his friends who had helped him do these things were like looking at him like, yo, you might be crazy, you might be hung up on this girl, and I'm gonna need you to chill the fuck out. Like, they were telling him like, yo, you doing the most right now. Like, is it this serious? You are doing the most. So like, but it was just mad funny because at one point, like, I don't remember who brought it up, but they were just like, yeah, I'm tired of this sexual tension. And homegirl, she was just like, yeah, you know what, me too. You know what? How far is your place? Let's just go fucking get it over with. What? Nothing but shenanigans after that, okay? Nothing but shenanigans after that. 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. I do eventually want to read the rest of the books in that series, but child, I be jumping from series to series unless the series is just like got me hooked like that. Like, unless it's just like that good, then I'ma jump. Because the thing is, because you know they'll have the book series to where you'll have like the main couple is like in the first 2, 3, 4 books, and then the rest of the books are about like the other guys or whatever, and I like those. But sometimes when that happens, like as soon as I'm done with like the main couple, I'm like, okay, I want to go read something else. I don't know why I do that, but I'm eventually gonna go back and, you know, finish these things when I don't know. Next, I did Thorn by Tracy Lorraine. It's a high school bully romance, Rosewood High, book 1. I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. I honestly feel like that one, how long was this book? This book was 356 pages. It didn't seem like it, honestly. I feel like for a book with 356 pages, I feel like it was just missing something. Like, it was lacking something, and I don't know, because the guy, like, it's a bully romance, but like the guy, wait, excuse me, it says bully romance. Yeah, bully, enemies to lovers, whichever. But the guy was going after the girl, and he knew that she was innocent. She had never did anything to him. Like, she was from freaking England, so like he was just like using her to take out all of his anger on for something that someone in his past did, which was complete bullshit. It was raggedy. That's why I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like that part of the story, because I was just like, that's not making sense to me at all. Like, you could have gave him another reason to want to like attack her or something like that. I just I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I did end up liking their little relationship once they, you know, decided to get together, but I just feel like it was just so quick. Like, once they gave in to each other, it was like, boom, you're at the end of the book, and I'm just like, well, what the fuck? Like, can I get a little bit more? Maybe that's why I gave it like 4 stars. Because honestly, I feel like they didn't have enough interactions to where, like, at the end they're just so in love with each other. And I'm like, I know time just doesn't really make sense in like the fictional romance world, because people fall in love like that. I get it. But here's the thing. It was just such a short amount of time, and he was an asshole for like the whole time. There was no groveling. There was just like no, I don't know. 4 out of 5 stars. I might go ahead and just reread the rest of the books, even though the rest of the books doesn't center around that couple, even though I feel like it should, but hey, whatever. Next, baby, let me tell you something. This book, okay, so I had decided to finally read Haunting Adeline, because the thing is, that book kept coming across my book talk, and it was just one scene in particular that people was always talking about. So that scene had already been ruined for me. But I was just like, oh, this book seems like hella fucking dark. And again, I don't have triggers, but I feel like sometimes I need to be in the right headspace before I start reading specific things. So like, I had been avoiding this book for a very long time. I don't even know if it was like on my wish list, because I was just avoiding it. Until finally I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and dive in and do this. So when I read the synopsis for Haunting Adeline, it suggested that I read Satan's Affair first. Oh, these are by H.D. Carlton, my bad. I decided to read Satan's Affair first, which I'm so happy I did. So I read that first. That, 5 stars. That was an excellent little prequel novella type thing. We get introduced to Zayd in this book at some point, but this specific book is about Sybil, and she is basically like, she's in this traveling I think a traveling haunted carnival or whatever, and she hides out in like one of the haunted doll houses, and she sniffs out the evil in the people that come through the doll house, and then she has her henchmen help her like corner them and kill them and hide their bodies. Like, her thing is, she's doing this for like I guess because she feels like God told her to, or like she's doing it for the greater good, you know, to protect people or whatever. Like, that's what she feels she's doing it for. But baby, that book was so fucking good. That book was a lot, first of all, but not really, only because like when it comes to like gore and violence, that's nothing to me, because I watch a fuck ton of horror movies. That's nothing to me. And the other thing is, as a high schooler, baby, I was writing some dark shit, but I was writing poetry. I was writing gory, violent, murderous poetry that if I were in high school now and writing that shit, baby, they would be sending me to psychiatrists, therapists, baby, police will be knocking on the door asking me if I am a danger to others or myself. Like, that's how dark my writing was. And the thing was, like, back then, I just liked writing about it. Look, don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't know. But because baby, my creative writing class, they used to be geeked and ready to hear the off the wall shit that I was about to recite, because my stuff was heinous. Heinous, okay? My poetry was like about all the ways that I'm gonna sit here and kill you and play in your blood, how I'm about to chop you up, your blood gonna be the butter on my popcorn. Like, my poetry was like that. So the stuff that went on in this book was nothing to me. It was one spicy scene, baby. You know how they be talking about how when you're reading when you're reading a spicy scene that has more than 3 people and you're trying to figure out where everybody fits? That's what happened in this book, because I was confused, like to the point where I stopped and I had to go back and I was like, wait, because I was trying to picture it in my head and it was just a lot. But it was good. But yes, 5 stars, excellent. Definitely recommend reading it before Haunting Adeline. So then, boom, I read Haunting Adeline, 5 stars. I'm gonna do a whole review video on that book separately, because I have no words. I have no words. That book was amazing, but yo, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel because Zayd, like, I don't know. Anyways, I had started reading Hunting Adeline right after, but people on TikTok, like, now that I'm reading it, I'm trying to avoid the TikTok videos regarding anything to that book. So, like, but I kept seeing something where people were saying, like, they were destroyed by this book, and it just, and I'm like, I don't want to be destroyed by a book. I went through that too much last year. I don't want to do it again. And so I kind of flicked through some of the chapters a little bit just to see what I was getting myself into, and I said, oh baby, yeah, I'm gonna have to put a pause on this. So that was like a couple weeks ago. I haven't been back to read it yet. I think I'll just reread it. I mean, finish reading it next month, because right now it's at like 10%. I think I'm gonna just finish reading it next month, because this month, February, I want to focus on reading Black authors. But like, that book is a lot. Like, even for someone like me who doesn't really have triggers, like, that book is gonna be a lot. So I'm just gonna put that on the back burner for right now, and yeah. Anyways, I ended up rereading Savage Kings by L.M. Harrison, a dark bully romance, Savages of Kingsworth. It was book 1. I ended up rereading it because, first of all, this book came out last year. I read it, and I shouldn't have, because I had told myself that I wasn't, I don't know how I got into the habit of reading books in series that are unfinished. That's not what I do, because I hate waiting. And book 2 was supposed to come out at the end of October. It got pushed back to November. And then it just kept getting pushed back and kept getting pushed back. And the author just kept saying that, you know, they were doing edits, yada, yada, yada. And like, at the time, I wasn't really that pressed, because I'm like, whatever, you know, I still have a fuck ton of other books that I need to read anyways. But then we got an actual date, which was January 17th. And I, you know, was okay with that, because I'm like, okay, well, book 3 is supposed to come out January 31st. So that means book 2 has to come out on this date. Wrong. She had a family emergency. She had some things come up to where books 2 and 3 are currently not even up there, and there's no update on when they're going to be released. But anyways, I love the book. It's 5 stars. It's a why choose. It's a bully romance. Yeah, it's a bully romance. So it's 3 guys. One of them I really don't give any fucks about. I don't like him, period, whatsoever. But the other 2 guys, I love them to death. I will fight for them. That's how much I love them. I would reread this book every week. So it's actually killing me, especially because I want to say it was like the beginning of January that she gave us like a teaser, and I think it was like, I want to say it was like chapter 1 teaser of the book. And now I'm just over here dying because I have no idea when books 2 and 3 are going to come out, and it's killing me. But like, regardless, 5 stars. I love the fuck out of that book. It's so good. It's so good. Dash and Ezra, let me tell you something. I love the fuck out of them. Period. That's all I'm saying. I ended up reading A Revenge So Sweet by Lily Wildhart, Saints of Serenity Falls, book 2. That's a why choose. Stepbrother. I would believe it's enemies to lovers, not bully romance. Baby, this series is messy as fuck. And book 3 just came out. I haven't read it yet, but this, oh, I love mess. And baby, this series, messy as the fuck. 5 stars. 5 stars. That book is messy. Ooh, I need to read the book 3. Okay, so how much time I got left on here before it cuts me off? Okay, so the next 4 books I ended up reading were the Hunted series. So I ended up reading the first 4 books of that series by Ivy Smoak. So the first 4 books were Temptation, Addiction, Eruption, and Devotion. I give each book 3 stars. Because I can't fucking stand the main character. She's just so naive and stupid and self-centered, and I feel like she's self-centered in a way that she doesn't realize she's being self-centered. But like, it's crazy because I actually really love the story itself. Like, I love the plot, I love the story, because baby, it's messy. But I just hate the fucking main character. And I hate her friend. Her friend, Melissa. I don't like her. I want to fight her. I got beef with her in real life. But, yeah, each book I'm giving that 3 stars. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's just, I have issues with it. I have issues with that whole series. And I'm actually going to do a video, like, on the series as a whole collective. Because I'm not doing the individual videos on each book. But I do plan on finishing the rest of the series because, like I said, it's messy and I like it. But no, the main character, she kills me. I ended up reading I Dare You. It's a Secret Admirer standalone romance, Waylon University Book 1 by Ilsa Madden-Mills. This is a short, cute little read. I don't want to say short because how long was this book? It's 254 pages. That I actually gave 4 out of 5 stars. It was decent. I liked it. I don't know, it was pretty good. I mean, it's like a sports romance. Yeah, sports, college romance. It wasn't spectacular, but it was good enough, obviously. I mean, I gave it 4 stars, but like, the story was good. I love the characters. I just, honestly, I feel like I wanted more. I feel like that's where my disconnect was, where I was craving more from the story, I guess. But it was good. The next one I read, it was Canadian Valentine by Kimberly, which was like just a really, really super short story about this couple. And the couple, they actually have their own book. But I had never read anything by her before, and I got this advanced reader copy of the Canadian Valentine. And it was just actually really sweet. So it's just like a little married couple, and it's Valentine's Day, and they're trying to, you know, reconnect, just trying to get back to how they used to be. But it was super, super duper sweet, super short. I'm actually going to do a video on it. But it was really good. It was really good. I gave it 4.5 out of 5. Especially for being like really short. Like, it was good. I liked it. And okay. Because I don't know why it was going to cut me off. Okay. The last book I ended up reading was Her Dirty Best Friend, A Friends to Lover Romance by Adele Knight. First of all, I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. But let me say this. I read a book of hers last year, which was like in the same universe as this kind of. And it was called Her Filthy Enemy. And that book was good. So these are kind of like just short reads. Now, Her Dirty Best Friend, 4.5 out of 5. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I need more. I need more from the characters in this book. Because the spice, I need more. Especially with the ending. You got your nerve, baby. I need more. What is that? You gonna leave me like that? I need more. I need more. It was good. It was this girl, she's a spicy romance author, and she's, you know, actually pretty good. So she uses like the money from her books to pay her way through college. But all of the spicy scenes and experiences that she uses in her stories, she gets those from her male friend. And them two are just like secretly in love with each other, but they don't want to mess up the friendship. So there's just all this tension, and there's just all this. Baby, let me. That was a good book. And it only got 4.5 because I need more. That's the only reason why I got 4.5. Because I need more. Anyways, those are the 18 books that I've read last month. Yeah. If you want me to do like a book review for a specific book that I named, because I'm gonna list all the books down below. If you want me to do a specific review for those, just let me know down in the comments and I'll do that. But I'm about to get ready to just focus on finding all the Black authors that I want to read for this month. I've already found a couple, so I'm starting on that today. But if you have any book recommendations or anything like that, you can go ahead and throw them down here too. I don't mind. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you find some other things to watch. As always, check your trigger warnings. Never take your triggers lightly. Please, for the love of God, don't take your triggers lightly. That's it. Thanks for watching.